Welcome to the Insight Labs Looker Studio tutorials. I'm Erol and I help marketers make better decisions using data. In this video, we will talk about classifications in Looker Studio, namely case when statements. Before we do learn how, let's discuss about why, what, when questions first. So what is classifications? Classification simply groups your data into meaningful pieces, categories, to make your data more readable and actionable. We can take a look at this picture here. There's a crowd. And once we group them together, we can put them into kids category or adults or elderly. Thus, we can analyze their behaviors more distinctively. So why classification is important? Of course, it simplifies complex data. In your data sets, for example, you might be running analysis for, let's say, ads or any channels that you might have. You can group those channels, accordingly, doing like organic channels, paid channels, earned channels, etc. It helps decision making. It fastens your decision making time. It saves time once you do the classification. It reads the classes over and over, which improves the readability, thus actionability. So when to use them? So let's say that your data is unstructured. You have too many campaigns, but the naming won't make sense, and you can easily distinct them. So you can classify them into groups like awareness, lead, conversion campaigns, etc. You can then compare those segments. And you might have a different naming for different campaigns. It might make your job a little bit tougher. So you can standardize your data using classifications. Now let's learn about how to do it in Looker Studio. Let's add a chart, a simple table chart. And now let's use, this is a Google Analytics, Google Analytics as a source. I will select session default channel groups, and I will add, session count. Oops. All right. Sessions, maybe total revenue, and maybe conversion rate. Okay. So let's do some changes here. Let's add some styling. Because styling also helps to read your data faster. Okay. Below, let's also add source medium, session source medium, and session campaign. Let's use the alone. So there are too many rows, too many campaigns, too many sessions, etc. See? Now we can classify them. To do this, let's classify them by channels. What we know is that display, paid search, cross-network, they are paid channels. Let's consider direct, organic search, referral, unassigned, all the rest as earned channels. And let's create a case when statement to reflect this. Add a calculated field. Let's say that paid versus earned. So we start with case when. Since that we will group multiple channels, I will use regex. I will use regex match. This function itself requires a variable, which might be session default channel group in our case. Okay. And then I need to write this regex into like this. So it can start with any character and it can end with any character. Let's add paid. Any paid channels will be considered as paid in here. So stick with me. So let's do cross, because we know that cross network is another channel that we have in this classification, and the last one was display, right? So these are the channels that we are paying to bring visitors from. So I wrote my statement, then I edited this then. Let's call them paid. Now it's time to do the else, and let's call them earned, right? If not paid, then earned. That's simple. And we will end this case statement by putting an end into it. So let's apply. Okay. Since I grouped them, since we have drill down capabilities, the paid and earned was the last. Let's drag them to the top. Okay. Let's start it from here. You see, now that we grouped those channels, we created two distinct categories, earned and paid. See how easier it is to compare the conversion rates, for example, for earned and paid, or how much revenue that they brought, or the sessions. And then we can click on one of them to see the details, right? We can dive into the cross-network paid search display. Among paid channels, which one is bringing the most value? Seems like paid search. In paid search, Google CPC is only source medium sets, but we have other campaigns. Though their UTMs are not created wisely, you can do a better job. So let's say that I created this channel and I want to use it in a different setting as well. And let's turn this into a donut chart. Okay. Now we do see here paid versus earned channels by session count. Okay. So I can come over here and change the colors, but let's not do it for now. But one thing that I want to show you is that I can add cross-filtering functionality to this chart. And once I select, let's say, paid, it will filter out the other table. And another thing is that maybe we can add optional metrics, sessions, total revenue, just to show you that it is possible. So you can come over this optional metric and select total revenue. We got the error, but it works like this. Thanks for watching, and if you like the video, please like it. If you'd like to learn more about Looker Studio, consider subscribing to this channel. And if you want to be a better data-driven marketer, consider subscribing to my newsletter. See you in the next video.